Okay, there's no question that global warming is changing climate systems and making weather more severe, but how detrimental is it and how is North Carolina being affected? In an article written by Anna Joyner, we meet Kate Marvel, a climate scientist who gives testimony on how Hurricane Helene affected her home. She cries that the hurricane didn't come for my partner and her this time, but it destroyed my hometown in the mountains of North Carolina. Marvel states that the pillars such as tourism, art, and agriculture holding Western Carolina's economy together have been shut down, with the cleanup and rebuilding efforts estimated to take many years and billions of dollars. Marvel also voices that scientists have estimated that Hurricane Helene's rainfall was increased by up to 50% in parts of the Carolinas and Georgia by climate change. In this episode, we're going to 1. Investigate the significance of global warming, 2. Examine its 3 major threats, which are extreme temperature, sea level rise, and increased precipitation, and 3. Discuss the future implications if nothing is done to curb carbon emissions.
Atmospheric concentrations of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide, are increasing, and carbon emissions are increasing still. These molecules trap heat within the atmosphere, called the greenhouse effect. This warming is compounded by increased insolation, caused by melting sea ice, which reflects heat. Similarly, hotter air can hold more water vapor, which also acts as a greenhouse gas, creating a positive feedback loop. If carbon emissions continue to increase, which is likely due to industrial growth in the developing world, the global average temperature could increase 5 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit by 2100. Global average temperature is a model of the Earth's energy budget. The fact that more energy is entering the atmosphere and being trapped than is escaping is called a positive force. Already, the global average temperature has increased 2 degrees Fahrenheit since the industrial era, when large-scale emissions began from burning coal. The rate of warming is accelerating, increasing 0.36 degrees Celsius per decade since 1982. According to NOAA, 2024 was the hottest year on record, followed by 2023 and every year in the previous decade. According to global data, North Carolina is seeing a rise in average temperatures, but the largest increases are in the Arctic. However, this affects North Carolina as well, as melting glaciers and sea ice contribute to rising sea levels. Similarly, higher temperatures also contribute to extreme precipitation. Clausius-Clapeyron scaling posits that the atmosphere holds 7% more moisture with each 1 degree Celsius increase in temperature.
The second major threat to the climate is the increasing precipitation around the globe. To understand one specific area, we need to understand the changes occurring everywhere in the world. Increases in precipitation will also cause an increase in surface runoff and flooding risks. More rainfall has also increased the intensity and frequency of floods and droughts that have damaging effects on society and the environment altogether. According to Asadieh and Krakauer, some of the observations recorded show that approximately 1/5 of the land included in this data had significant rises in maximum annual precipitation in the last century, and actual precipitation exceeded climate models. There will be fewer normal rainy days and more instances of extreme precipitation, which will also affect freshwater resources. Specifically in North Carolina, we can see how this increase is affecting the state. According to Kunkel et al., in North Carolina, the annual total precipitation has ranged from a low of 34.7 inches in 2007 and a high of 68.4 inches in 2018. The majority of climate models predict this trend to continue in this 21st century. The southwestern region of the state is known for being the wettest part, getting more than 90 inches of precipitation annually, according to Kunkel et al. There is an observed significant upward trend in extreme precipitation, where the highest number of events have occurred during 2015 to 2018. This will only worsen as global warming continues, and this means it is highly likely that the risk of extreme precipitation will increase everywhere in North Carolina. All of this to show the damaging and dangerous effects that can occur not just in North Carolina, but the whole globe as well.
Finally, global warming holds significant implications towards sea levels and the associated floods. The depletion of our ozone layer has led to the melting of polar ice caps, resulting in increases in sea levels in the coastal regions all over the planet. Projections of sea levels in North Carolina in 2100 in relation to those in 2000 are anywhere from 0.6 to 2.2 meters higher, and in 2150, anywhere from 0.8 to 3.9 meters higher, according to the NSLEAK Coastal Resources Commission Science Panel. Additionally, according to a medium confidence model in which projected emissions are likely to be lower than actual measurements, coastal cities like Wilmington, Beaufort, and Duck will all experience sea level rise of over 0.5 meters by 2100. This drastic rise in sea level poses a significant threat to coastal communities and habitats, displacing them and putting endangered species at risk. In a separate case study on the city of Wilmington, North Carolina, it was found that high tide flooding will be commonplace by 2100, with floods occurring almost every day of the year at the higher end of the projection. Costs of global warming caused sea level rises in North Carolina are said to be around $93 million a year by 2030 and over $220 million a year in 2080. These demonstrated increases in sea levels are sure to bring about catastrophic impacts to coastal economies and communities, destroying supply ports, decreases in tourism, and disruption of shipping lanes, leading to detriments to trade. Jeopardizing many aspects of coastal life, the impacts of global warming on sea levels have shown to be powerful, requiring immediate action from citizens.
In the wake of global warming, life as we know it is at stake. From habitat loss to economic downturn, the impacts of global warming have shown themselves to be all too real. It is paramount that citizens unite against global warming, contributing to efforts through a reduction of their carbon footprint, responsible and effective energy usage, and preferring walking/public transport over individual vehicle use. We must take a stand for our planet in this fight against global warming, and the time to take action is now.